Today, we're going to tease out 10 very specific emerging roles from the data that prove AI is actually a massive job creator. And not just any jobs, lucrative remote pathways.
Okay, let's dive into this. We've organized these 10 emerging roles into 5 really digestible thematic pillars. 1. The remote AI economy. 2. The human in the loop. 3. The AI operators. 4. Supercharged traditional roles. And finally, 5. The human advantage. Let's get to it.
Section 1. The remote AI economy. So here is the absolute foundational shift we're seeing right now. The AI revolution is not a job killer. It is a job creator generating fully remote opportunities globally. I really want to lean in and emphasize this for you. These pathways are highly accessible, meaning literally anyone can take advantage of this shift. This isn't just locked away for Silicon Valley engineers anymore. As companies are just rushing to deploy AI, the demand for human intelligence to back it up is absolutely exploding all over the world.
Moving right along to Section 2, the human in the loop.
0. No way around it. That is the exact number of specialized degrees you need to become an AI data labeler or trainer. 0. See, AI models, they aren't just born smart. They desperately need humans in the loop to label their data, review their outputs, and frankly, clean up their mistakes. Because of this, companies like Scale AI, Remote Tasks, and Appen are hiring on a massive global scale. They are sourcing huge amounts of talent from Africa and Asia, and again, 0 degrees required. It's just an incredibly accessible entry point into the remote AI economy.
And here we have 2 more critical human-in-the-loop roles. First up, AI content reviewers and moderators. Think of it like a sort of relay race. An AI can generate a massive draft in seconds, right? But humans literally have to step in to verify the accuracy, check for any bias, and make sure it's safe. Tech startups are desperate for this. Then, in the next column, we've got transcription and localization editors. AI transcription tools like Otter.ai, for example, they're great, but they still need human editors to refine the text and localize all those cultural nuances for non-English markets. The AI does the heavy lifting, sure, but the human guarantees the actual quality.
All right, on to Section 3, the AI operators.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the reality behind these super technical sounding titles. A prompt engineer simply crafts the effective prompts that drive AI tools. You might hear that and think, oh, I need a computer science degree for that. Nope. Companies are paying top dollar for people who just have incredibly strong written communication skills. It's basically all about logic and language. And right alongside them are no-code automation specialists. These folks automate complex business workflows without writing a single line of traditional code.
If that sounds cool to you, then essential no-code automation tools like Zapier, Make, which used to be called Integromat, by the way, and N8N are going to be your new best friends. Demand is just exploding for operators who know how to integrate these specific tools directly into a business's daily operations. Imagine automatically grabbing an incoming customer service email, running it through an AI sentiment analyzer to see if the customer is upset, and then instantly routing it to the right support team on Slack. All automated, no traditional coding required.
Section 4. Supercharged traditional roles.
Now let's address the anxiety a lot of us have. What about my current job? Look at this direct comparison. On one side, the traditional copywriter who writes everything from scratch manually. On the other, the AI-assisted copywriter who produces way more content, much faster, for SEO and social media. We really need to use some reframing here. AI-assisted copywriters are absolutely not being replaced by algorithms. Actually, it's the exact opposite. They are being hired more. Because they use AI for the heavy lifting, their output is just off the charts. And this supercharging dynamic, it extends to almost every profession out there. Virtual assistants are using tools and platforms like ChatGPT and Notion AI to work exponentially faster. This means they can take on more clients and actually charge premium rates. Similarly, online educators are finding massive, lucrative niches, teaching people how to master these exact AI tools on platforms like YouTube, Udemy, and Teachable. They just took a very traditional skill, teaching, and completely supercharged it. And it doesn't stop there. Think about customer support and AI research assistants. Now, yes, companies definitely use AI chatbots for first-level basic support, but you know what that means? It means remote human workers are now elevated to handle the complex, nuanced, messy cases that an AI simply cannot figure out. We're also seeing huge growth in remote AI research assistants. These are people helping executives and consultants gather intelligence. The AI scans thousands of documents, but the human provides the actual strategic insight.
And finally, Section 5, the human advantage.
And this brilliantly illustrates the whole landscape we've been talking about today. Take a look at this matrix. Whether it's a virtual assistant using ChatGPT to speed up their workflow or a support rep stepping in where basic chatbots fail, the core pattern is always exactly the same. The AI is literally just the tool. The key human value add, like handling complex cases or working faster, that is what companies are actually paying you for. The tool doesn't function, it doesn't iterate, and it certainly doesn't provide strategic value without the human operating it.
So the crucial point is really captured in this quote from our source material. Writers who use AI to produce more content faster are not being replaced, they're being hired more. That really hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? You can apply that exact logic to all 10 of the roles we just explored. If you learn to operate the machine, you literally transition overnight from being threatened by AI to being completely empowered by it.
We've covered everything from data labeling to prompt engineering, no-code automation, and totally supercharged traditional roles. The remote AI economy is vast, and honestly, it's wide open to you right now. So I want to leave you with this final provocative thought. Which of these 10 pathways are you going to explore today to future-proof your career? Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next one.